Reggae shark, him got a band with no seal.
Earl Sweatshirt is one of those artists that I'm always very interested to hear drop, but I'm not like dying for new Earl Sweatshirt music. I think other people are a lot more connected to Earl's style and his kind of journey in music than I am. And that's not necessarily a problem. It's just for me, I wasn't really sitting there like, oh my God, new Earl Sweatshirt music this Friday. I was like, hey, new Earl Sweatshirt. I'm always excited to hear him. I think he has a very creative style. I think he's very much never focused on the plays or the streams. I think he's very focused on his own personal state. He's clearly dealt with a lot of shit in his life. And he's very much illustrated that through his music. And usually when you go into like an Earl Sweatshirt record, you kind of go in with this expectation of, all right, this is going to be a very depressing 20-some minutes. That's usually the length of his records. But I didn't go into Sick thinking that would be the case. I kind of went into this record kind of knowing he was going to go for something a little more raw and like less like deep, I guess, in the cuts. And I knew that because I felt like from the promotion of this album, I could just tell he wasn't really going to try and recreate some rap songs or recreate I Don't Like Shit. I felt like it was just going to be a little bit more of this raw cut and more of a reflective look on it. I decided to not listen to a single before this album, and it wasn't really a decision like I don't want to hear what he has to offer. It was more just like I don't really need to go out of my way to hear what Earl Sweatshirt is bringing on this new record. Before the record, I just want to know what the actual record, like concrete-wise, is going to sound like. And I'm always excited for an Earl Sweatshirt, so I was very excited for this record. Of the year so far, this would have been my second most hyped record after The Dawn, but we'll start getting into it now. First, we got Old Friend, which I think is a pretty solid intro. It's not one of my favorite tracks, but I do like what it offers. I think the sample is pretty nice and relaxed. I think it's pretty smooth. I think it works really well. It's a very nice, calm intro, and it's a good way to start the record off. 2010 is a great track. I think it was a really good single to go for the record because I feel like it's probably the most digestible, most commercial song. But I do really like it, what it has to offer. I think the beat is really creative but really enjoyable. The synths are really great with the background, and I love the drums as well. Earl's kind of reflectiveness on his past sounds in his life are also really solid in this track, and the result to make just what I would consider to be a pretty good song. The title track, Sick, is pretty smooth. It almost feels like the track is Sick itself. It feels very... The only word I can use to describe it is liquid, and that it's a very weird term to use to describe music, but that's like kind of how I feel during this track. It feels very like I don't know how to describe it. It just feels very drowsy and kind of sick almost. And I think that works perfectly, I mean, with the album and this title of the track. Vision is definitely my favorite song off the project, though. Absolutely love this beat. This beat is so good, in my opinion. The piano with the drums are perfect. Z Lopers has a phenomenal verse, and I think Earl also kills his verse as well. The features on this project are fantastic. He picked some great talent on that level. Earl's verse, though, is really solid. It's really catchy, and the enjoyability just make it probably the best track on the album. And overall, one of my favorite recent Earl Sweatshirt tracks. Next, we got Tabula Rasa, which I like quite a lot. I don't think it's like phenomenal, but I really like the samples in the back. I really, really love Arm & Hammer. You guys probably know that. I love Elucid and Billy Wood on this track. I think they're fantastic on this one as well. As usual, they kill it. Overall, it's just a pretty good track to me. Lie is a really good track as well. I really love the trumpet sample. I really fucking love. I love the samples in this project. I always love samples, but I love the trumpet sample in the background. I think it works really well with Earl Sweatshirt's rapping. I think that's a great addition. Lobby Interlude is a pretty smooth track to me. The beat is pretty solid. Overall, I find it to be a pretty just like not really liquidy at the same as like Sick was, but it's a little more just smooth, and I like it quite a lot. God Laughs is a pretty good track. I love the spacious kind of I don't know. Spacious is the best word I can use to describe it. It feels very open. It feels very out of the world. It doesn't feel like out of the world in the sense of like Donda or songs like songs off that record. It's more just like it feels very spacious and echoey, and I don't know. I quite like it. Next we got Titanic, which I really love this track. I absolutely love the beat. I love kind of the record scratching and the drums on it. I think it sounds phenomenal. Overall, I think the flow on this is fantastic. I also love the ad-libs. I don't know, I can't be the only one who's a little reminded of Cardi on the ad-libs. I can't be the only one. Finally, Fire in the Hole, which is definitely one of my favorite tracks. Absolutely love the guitar in the back, and the beat is really relaxed and nice, and I absolutely love the piano at the end, and I think it's a really strong closing. Overall, I think what I get from Sick is what I want to get from Sick. There's not a ton I feel like I need to discuss here. I do love the feel like the growth in this record though. I feel like it's really neat to really awesome to watch Earl Sweatshirt's kind of growth as an artist from where he started with Doris to where he started as kind of this more depressing Tyler the Creator, to the point that now where we're at is he's a lot more in this kind of reflective state on the very intense emotions he felt on some rap songs and I Don't Like Shit. So as a whole, it's like the fourth record from him, if we're counting Feet of Clay fifth. I think Sick is a really great addition to his catalog. I actually think it'd probably be my favorite after Doris and some rap songs. I really fucking like this album, and it might be Doris for me one day. I really love Doris. I think that's a super underrated project. It might be my favorite. I don't know. I'm really stuck between some rap songs and Doris. I've never really been able to decide which one I like more. But overall, Sick is a really fucking good project. He really kills it overall. I'm feeling a pretty solid A-. I mean, you expect A- here. It's the type of record that I get an A-. I mean, the sound is great. The flow is great. The lyrics, the introspectiveness is great. It's what I want to get from Earl Sweatshirt. It's not too deep, but it's calm, it's sweet, it's nice, and it's definitely probably going to make it on with some of my favorite records of the year. Really great shit, Earl. I'm going to drop my From a Bird's Eye View by Corday review later, and I'm going to see if I can get FKA Twigs out tomorrow. I just did not get to listening to it last night, so I have to listen to it tonight. So, see you guys next time. Peace out. What are your opinions on Sick? Let me know in the comment section below. Peace out. See you guys next time. Bye.